Leadership is measured not only by what you accomplish, but by who you empower. This episode explores 5 meaningful ways business professionals can support youth golf organizations and how serving the next generation develops stronger leaders in the workplace. Many business professionals, they really want to give back, but aren't sure where to start. The good news is you don't have to be a golfer or even know how to swing a club to make a difference in the life of a youth. In this episode of the A Perfect Swing podcast, I'll share 5 practical ways business professionals and really anyone can volunteer, mentor, sponsor, and really just advocate for youth golf programs. Along the way, we're going to discover, and I'll be happy to share, that the same skills you build successful teams, organizations, and careers with, that can also transform the lives of young people. Leadership isn't just about climbing the corporate ladder. It's about extending a hand to help someone else climb theirs. So, welcome back to the A Perfect Swing podcast, where we connect the lessons of golf with leadership, business, and life. I'm your host, Ashaunta Epps, CEO and founder of A Perfect Swing Incorporated and LPJ Top 50 Best Teacher. On this episode, really going to focus on one of the greatest lessons that golf has really taught me through my journey, which is success isn't measured by how many trophies you collect. It's measured by how many people you help reach their potential. And that is something that's personal to me and a priority in terms of my day-to-day activity and task with the A Perfect Swing organization, as well as my own golf journey. Regardless of who you are, what area you're working in, there is a level of expertise, experience, knowledge that you've gathered over the years that a youth golfer can benefit from. And remember, it's not just about them swinging the club, but it is about them from a life learning, leadership, becoming good human beings perspective. Youth golf organizations, they do incredible work introducing young people to the game, but they cannot do it alone. The A Perfect Swing Foundation organization, we are doing some great things, but we don't do it alone. I don't do it alone. Just like A Perfect Swing, the A Perfect Swing Foundation, other organizations as well, they need mentors, volunteers, advocates, and community leaders who believe in investing in tomorrow's leaders. So today I am excited to share how you can support golf organizations. I want to give you 5 solid ways on how you can support youth golf organizations and how each of those opportunities will strengthen your leadership skills as well. So it's a win-win. All right, so let's jump into it. All right, so the first way is to become a mentor, not just a volunteer. Volunteers are great, but mentors are critical. Many people actually believe that they need to know golf to work with youth organizations. But that's simply not true. Young people need adults who will listen, encourage, and believe in them. Sometimes the greatest lesson isn't how to hit a draw or a fade. It's learning how to introduce yourself with confidence, how to give a firm handshake, how to communicate respectfully, how to discover, really how you can recover after making mistakes and how it's being okay to make a mistake, understanding how to apologize and move forward. All of these are critical life skills, and it has nothing to do with swinging a golf club. And so, as a mentor, that's something that we all can help youth with. Sometimes it's more powerful than we really even realize. It's just you being there, you showing up, and them being able to engage with you. Um, what is also powerful too is you showing up in your natural, authentic self. You and who you are may be someone that they're not used to seeing, whether it's a person of color, whether it's someone that may have dreads, or long hair, or you're a band player with uh, what they call rock star hair, that kind of thing that a child may really look up to. And seeing you in that environment, being able to have that conversation with you, it changes it for them. It makes them feel more comfortable. Anytime a young child can see themselves in the environment that they're in, it allows them to be open, embrace the game or the sport or whatever that perspective area is, and become themselves and enjoy themselves. And you being a mentor, showing up as your authentic self is priceless. I cannot stress that enough. I'll tell you, we had a young lady in our program. She entered the program. She showed up every day. She participated, but it was almost like she just wasn't there. you know, she would hit a great shot and we would lose our minds. We are cheering, saying, "Great job." And she would look at us like, uh, okay, right? And for a moment, there was an assumption that she wasn't getting anything out of the program. However, we made it a point to say, listen, let's get this young lady more involved. We made her leaders on her team. We put her in situations where she could explain the activities to new participants coming on. We had her gathering small groups together and providing instruction and then reporting back, and literally putting her in that role. She blossomed. She went on to graduate valedictorian of her high school class, go on to get a full college scholarship. I mean, it was amazing. And now today she is a social butterfly. And it was just that small engagement and interaction where we didn't just volunteer and say, okay, do this, do that, but mentorship where we saw who she was, understood that, maybe there's something or something more that we can pull out of her, but seeing and trying to find that value in doing that and executing, and it's paid off. And every time I see her, listen, I'm excited. I'm always happy, as she gives back. And now she works with the youth in the chapter, even after she's graduated from college. She's in grad school now. But like, that is how you create the succession or the long-term plan of building an environment, community engagement, building leaders, building those who give back. It starts with those who are currently giving back and sowing those seeds into the lives of those youth. So they need you. It is important. And when we look at this from a leadership perspective, the best leaders don't simply manage people, they develop people. Mentorship is going to teach you patience, empathy, coaching, and active listening. And all of those things are critical from a leadership perspective. Every conversation with a young golfer is going to strengthen your ability to lead adults as well. Leadership isn't about having followers, it's about creating future leaders. And that is definitely something mentoring in a youth organization will give you an opportunity to do. The second way that you can really support youth organizations, share your expertise. Every organization needs more than just golf instructors. Perhaps you're an accountant, a marketing professional, an attorney, financial advisor, HR leader, IT professional, photographer, project manager. The list goes on and on and on, right? Every nonprofit benefits from skilled volunteers. Um, they make the world go round for us at the Perfect Swing Foundation, and it does for other youth organizations as well. Things that you can offer to do: resume building workshops for the youth, financial literacy workshop for the youth, or even having some of those financial planning or long-term vision goals with the organization. So whether it's with the youth or the organization, interview prep for the youth. They're going out into the world, getting their first job, some of them, or maybe even having interviews for organizations where they're looking to take the next step from a larger engagement perspective, where they're sitting amongst business professionals pitching, whether it's a small business that they've started or seeding for a grant or trying to get into a particular group. Being able to interview is something that is critical and that will help them for the long run. So, doing those types of workshops, public speaking workshops, that is going to help them for the long run for sure. Marketing for the organization or them as in the youth, helping them understand branding and how they're presented in the world, because that is important. Being able to understand their image and what people see of them. Critical skills that our youth need. Technology workshops, whether it's for the youth or for the organization, providing technology workshops or assisting the organization with some of their technology needs. That level of expertise, it is necessary, needed, and critical. Strategic planning for the organization. I mean, the list goes on and on and on in terms of things that business professionals, and really, I focus on business professionals, but in this case, just about anyone with a level of knowledge or expertise that can provide benefits, resources to help with the youth in those organizations. All of that's critical. Now, when we think about this from a leadership perspective, teaching others sharpen our own expertise. When you simplify complex ideas to young people, literally you become a better communicator with your clients, with your coworkers, with executives. The best leaders are lifelong teachers. And this is another way to really hone and sharpening that skill and wheelhouse for you as well too. A perfect swing isn't about perfection. It's about purpose. In a perfect swing, lessons in perseverance, purpose, and preparation from the fairway of life, discover how the lessons learned on the golf course can transform the way you lead, overcome challenges, and pursue your dreams. Whether you're a golfer, a business professional, an entrepreneur, or someone searching for purpose, this book will inspire you to embrace perseverance, prepare with intention, and lead with confidence. Your next chapter begins with one swing. Order your copy of A Perfect Swing, Lessons in Perseverance, Purpose, and Preparation from the Fairway of Life today. Available on Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and at www.aperfectswing.net. Again, that's www.aperfectswing.net. A perfect swing, because success begins long before the ball is struck. The third way is to open doors through networking. Along the way, we've met people, whether it's at conferences, conventions, whether it's social media, LinkedIn, whether it could be at the grocery store where someone asks you a question or you see someone with the name on their shirt that intrigues you. We have conversations with people everywhere, every day, all the time. Business cards are being passed back and forth. It's so popular that they've made them electronic. So we are connecting with other individuals all the time. Literally, when you think about giving back, one introduction can change a young person's life. Really, you can invite professionals to speak so that they have an opportunity to pour into the lives of those youth of information that they have. You can connect youth with internships. You can arrange workplace visits so that they get that real life look at potential careers that they're interested in. You can create job shadowing opportunities. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? And that's a great thing. And it's something that we're already in the midst of, that you don't have to literally go out and really do a lot of digging and groundwork. It is just what we're already doing in our day-to-day environment. Golf opens doors, but relationships keep them open. And that is critical. As professionals, many of us have networks we've spent years building intentionally. And sharing those connections may become someone else's breakthrough opportunity. And that's an opportunity to use that network that you've been cultivating for all these years to benefit a youth in an organization in your environment. When we think about this from a leadership perspective, leadership is about creating opportunities, not keeping them for yourself. Great leaders build bridges, they don't build walls. So I ask you to ask yourself today, who can I introduce today that can change someone's tomorrow? That is what networking, golf, and all that great stuff is about. Who can I introduce today that can change someone's tomorrow? All right, the fourth thing, sponsor experiences, not just events. You can sponsor events as well too, but experiences. Financial support matters 100%, but experiences really create a different level of um, engagement, a different level of outcome, a different level of an actual experience for the youth. Sponsor things like golf clinics, paid tournament entry fees, leadership camps, something that's critical, college visits, allowing them to see things from a futuristic standpoint, taking them to professional golf tournaments so that they can experience that environment, sponsoring equipment, or having someone come in to share more about the details of equipment. Most youth programs, they're not using the latest and greatest technology as it pertains to equipment. So being able to allow those youth to see whether it's TrackMan, some of the technology behind that, um, how balls are developed, the engagement of the club and the ball together, like those types of things, being able to see and understand that, one, yeah, they're going to understand how their swing can improve because they understand the action between the ball and the club. But not only that, you're expanding their um, their horizon between what the game looks like to them, which is playing, and how the game can be for them later, right? So you can be an engineer and still love golf. You can be an attorney and still love golf. You can be a meteorologist and still love golf. You can be an architect and still love golf, right? You can still be an accountant. You can any career you can think of, looking or sharing those various careers that are behind the scenes in the golf industry, which is literally any career that any of them could possibly want to be a part of, showing them that changes their overall experience about the game. Not everyone can be a professional golfer, but understanding those various careers behind the scenes piques their curiosity a little more, giving them more information about what this golf industry really is like. Scholarships, sharing information on available scholarships, providing scholarships, whether it's for youth program fees, whether it's for going to educational or golf camps, a myriad of things, but really just creating or providing an opportunity for the youth to have those different experiences. Sometimes what changes a child's future isn't just receiving the golf club, it's seeing what's possible. And all of those things provide that visual for them. And vision creates motivation, exposure creates vision. And remember, vision creates motivation. When you look at this from a leadership perspective, leaders invest in people before expecting results. Every successful organization invests in talent development. Youth organizations deserve that same investment. The greatest return on investment isn't always financial, and we have to really consider that. Sometimes it's watching a child become the first college graduate in their family. Sometimes it's seeing them hit the ball and go in the air for the first time and lose their mind, right? So many things when we talk about the benefits or what real outcome looks like. we have to be open to understanding and seeing that it may not be how we conventionally see it. The fifth thing, show up consistently. Perhaps the greatest gift you can give is your presence. Attending events, celebrating achievements, volunteering regularly, encouraging the youth, supporting fundraisers. Consistency really builds trust, not in just the organization understanding that they can trust you, but the youth trusting you and you being able to impact their lives. We have people that volunteer in the Perfect Swing Foundation, and when someone is missing, they're like, oh, where's Mr. So and so? Where's Miss So and so? Where's Coach so and so? Because when you consistently show up, you build that relationship and trust, and they're looking for you. And that sometimes is more valuable to a youth than anything else you can imagine. And that is also valuable for organizations because they know they can depend on you. And you become a vital piece of them ensuring that they can support their mission. And here's the thing, you don't have to spend 30 hours there volunteering. But if you say you can come the third Saturday of every month, show up. If you say, listen, I can only come 2 times a quarter, when are the most valuable times or the times where you need me the most? And they give you those and they say, and you say you can make those 2 times, show up. Just know that it is not about saying I'm there every time there is an event, but it is about being there when you say you're going to be there, setting the expectation and showing up. Okay? That is critical. And when we think about this from a leadership perspective, the same is true to business. Your team notices consistency. Your clients notice consistency. The community definitely notice consistency. Leadership isn't built through one grand gesture. It's built through repeated acts of service. People trust consistency, and that is critical. At the Perfect Swing Foundation, we've seen firsthand how golf changes lives, many of them. A young person may arrive to learn how to grip the golf club, but they leave with so much more: confidence, communication skills, discipline, respect, resilience, perseverance, a vision for their future. Those transformations don't happen because of one person. They happen because of a community, and a community that chooses to invest in that child or those children. And every business professional has something valuable to contribute. And I use business professional, but I reiterate everyone, retiree, um, a teenager, everyone has a level of value to contribute. Now, let's recap today's 5 ways business professionals or anyone can support youth golf organizations. 1, become a mentor. 2, share your professional or day-to-day knowledge and experience. 3, open doors through networking. 4, sponsor meaningful experiences. And 5, show up consistently. Whether you're a CEO, entrepreneur, educator, healthcare professional, engineer, accountant, or someone simply looking for meaningful ways to give back, your leadership can change a young person's future. Please know that. Remember, leadership isn't defined by the title on your business card. It is defined by the lives you influence. So, thank you for joining me for another episode of the A Perfect Swing podcast. If today's episode inspired you, I encourage you to find a youth golf organization in your community and ask this one simple question: how can I help? You're going to get an answer. You may discover that while you're helping shape a young golfer's future, you're also becoming a stronger leader yourself. I'm willing to bet on it. So until next time, I want you to remember, a perfect swing isn't just about hitting the ball farther. It's about lifting others higher. When you invest in the next generation, your legacy extends far beyond the fairway. So I'm Ashaunta Epps. Thank you for listening to the Perfect Swing podcast. Yo, let's keep leading, keep serving, and I'll see you on the course.